What's going on, everyone? So I know I usually don't show my face on this channel. I usually, as it stands Lakers, do my face. This channel kind of just do the overlays. Try to really separate the two channels, right? So that way, if you want kind of me and my animated self, or you just want to kind of set your phone down or your tablet or whatever and just kind of listen, kind of have two different versions, cover different topics, right? Try to keep the two Laker channels, as separated as possible. So that way everyone kind of gets a little bit, and some people really enjoy both channels, right? Because I do try to keep the topics very different, right? But this one, I had to come on. I had to show my face. I had to sit here and go, what about Max Christie, huh? What about Max Christie? Where are you Max Christie haters at? I love it, right? So many people were ready to write him off when he sat 3 games, and I came on here, this channel, right? It was the first place I did. Talked about it on As It Stands Lakers, talked about it on live stream, stuff like that. But this channel was the one that I came on, made an entire video about it, about how, hey, Lakers, JJ Redick, dropping the ball, my guy. You got to keep sticking with the young man. I took my staff, threw on my armor, said, you are not getting to him. I will protect him. And I vouched for him. And I talked about, hey, just wait. Max Christie came through. But in all seriousness, first off, I did do that. But secondly, it's exactly what I've talked about. Right? Like, again, this doesn't mean like, oh, Max Christie, superstar, let's go, Lakers best team. No, it's nothing like that. He's going to have other bad games, just like he had this great game. I mean, this was literally the best game of his career, right? But this is why you had to stick with them. Lakers, look at how much better the Lakers have been since inserting Max Christie into the starting unit, right? Like, it's completely changed this team because of his athleticism, his defense. I talked about last season that outside of Jared Vanderbilt, he might be our best on-ball point of attack defender. Right? Like, Cam Reddish is just long, lengthy, athletic, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to take anything away from Cam Reddish, but Max Christie, his instincts are very good. He's so, like, he's better at angles at times. He's still being so young. He will be slotted at a position. He's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but he's just operating on pure instinct right now. He's operating on just again, I understand when I said this. I get it's his 3rd year on paper. It's not his 3rd year in reality. So many people talk about, Jay Huff, right? Scottie Pippen Jr., these guys. Why didn't the Lakers work them out? Why didn't the Lakers do this, that, and the other? How come they were so good? How come all these guys leave the Lakers and they're really good over there? Because the Lakers don't develop guys. Lakers don't usually give young guys the opportunity. That's why the Lakers wanted to make a change, right? Yes, Max Christie is in his 3rd year. But he never got those figure-it-out years. I talked about this heavily. Even when he got benched for 3 games, I talked about this heavily. Scottie Pippen Jr., Jay Huff, these guys, they went to a team in Memphis that was tanking, that wanted to lose games. So they just let those guys go and play. And you guys didn't hear, no one heard about the bad games where Scottie Pippen Jr. had, 10 turnovers or whatever, and 2 points and cost the team the game. You didn't hear about that. You heard about the near triple-double or the triple-double or the game where he scored 25 or all these other things. Why? Because you only heard the positives. You didn't hear the 20 games previously he was unplayably bad because Memphis didn't care. They wanted that. They preferred that. Right? Scottie Pippen Jr. and Jay Huff stinking up the joint is fine. Right? And their good games really good. And guess what? They had the figure-it-out year, is what I kept saying. Max Christie never got the figure-it-out year. Yeah, he played in games here and there, mostly garbage time. Had a couple starts here and there, but then he wouldn't play for a month. There was no build. There was no consistency. There's no way to find his footing. There was nowhere that he was regularly slotted in. And then JJ came, and the Lakers. And credit, Rob and Jeannie, because that's one of the reasons. That was like supposedly one of the caveats is that, like, hey, you need to play Max Christie more. And JJ eventually because he clearly watches my channel and listens. I mean, he was a podcaster. It'd make some sense. But he clearly listened to me and was like, you know what? Tyler's right. I got to stick with the young guy. You know what? Called me. He was like, hey, Tyler, any other advice? And I was like, when the time's right, when it comes, don't worry. Just make sure you stick with Dalton Connect too, which he has. So I'll give him credit for that. But no, in all seriousness, right? Like, again, you got to stick with him because you kill his confidence. He is at an all-time high right now. He is hitting shots. He is being aggressive, right? He's impacting the game in multiple ways, even outside of scoring. But here's the thing. He's going to continue to be inconsistent, right? If you're counting on him to give you a 28 a game, guess what? You're not going to get it, okay? Like, he'll have other games like this. He'll have another game or two or several or a handful, whatever, where he goes and gives you 20 to 25. It's going to happen. He's going to have other games like that Cavs game. He gave you, 5? He's going to have those games. He's going to have those influx, those ups and downs. He's 21 years old. He is 3 years younger than the draft pick we just drafted this year. And people are already ready to ship him out. And then he's going to go somewhere else, and in 2 years, he's going to be, all-star level player, and everyone's going to be like, wow, I can't believe the Lakers traded Max Christie, and now look, he's on Chicago or whatever, and the best player, right? Like, it happens every time, right? Like, patience. I know it's frustrating watching a young kid just stink up the joint, especially when the Lakers are trying to win. But you have to. Sometimes you got to let them stink, right? You got to let them figure it out, right? And credit JJ for letting him figure it out. But he's going to have other bad games. I want people to understand that. I still don't necessarily like him in the starting unit, right? It's why I want to get, a Bruce Brown or something like that to just plug in and bring Max to the bench. It's nothing to do with Max. He is, again, fantastic. I am about as high on Max Christie as you can possibly. I have compared him to Paul George, just smaller, a smaller Paul George. I have talked about how Max Christie is the only player that really has star potential, right? I know Austin Reeves, people think he's a star. So I'm talking about two-way, all-star, could be our second or third best player on our team. I'm not saying he'll actually get there, but he has the upside of potential. Again, he's 21 years old. He's 5 years younger than Austin Reeves. What does Max Christie look like at 23, 25, 27? I mean, who knows? The sky's the limit for this kid. This kid is already arguably our second best defensive player. He's already shown the ability to create for himself and create a little bit for others, right? He can hit the three, corner three, catch, shoot, all of it. Even if, bare minimum, even if he doesn't become any of those things, it's fine. If he just becomes a Danny Green, Casey, a more athletic version, because he's athletic, man. He's an athlete for sure. But even if he becomes a KCP, Danny Green type player, every team in the league needs one of those guys, right? OKC just traded away Josh Giddey and a bunch of stuff to go get Alex Caruso because he's one of those guys. If Max Christie can become anywhere close to that, even if he's just our backup two, right, who is a legit 3-and-D guy, right, but he's not consistent enough to be your starter. That's fine. Again, not everyone has to be a superstar. He is if he just gets slightly better, that's perfect, right? If it's just a little more consistent, right? That'd be perfect. He's right in the thick of it. I love what we're seeing. I love seeing the blossom and growth right in front of our eyes. I feel like a proud parent right now. I'm just over here just way to make me look good, Max. It's my guy. It's my guy, right? But in all seriousness, right? It's just, I'm very happy for Max. He's been putting in the work. He's been working hard. There's so much upside and untapped potential in that kid. Will he ever live up to it? Who knows? There's a lot of guys that, have great seasons, great runs, that just look every bit the part and just never really realize it, right? But I am so high on Max Christie. Max Christie, that dude has the potential. He has the potential, what he did tonight, he has the potential to be that every night. No joke, right? He has the potential to be a, 25-point-a-game guy. And I wouldn't be shocked or surprised if he eventually becomes that. I'm not saying he's going to do that this year or next year. We're probably talking a couple years away from that. But if each year, if he can just become incrementally better, right? Watch out. He's going to be tough. I think he's probably our future two. In all honesty, I think he is, without a doubt, our future two guard. Again, he's so young, but this was great. I want people to understand. He's going to have other games like this, and we're all going to be like, he's the greatest player ever. And then he's going to have bad games. He's going to have stinkers. He's going to have games where you're like, get this kid out of the game. This guy is, cheeks tonight. But it's part of the journey, right? And we have to be patient with him. We have to be patient with these young guys, right? Max Christie is one of the few guys that I really don't want to trade. I don't think he's untouchable. I don't think anyone's untouchable. But he's one of the guys that, I could see the Lakers trading, and then 5 years from now, we're like, man, imagine what he'd look like on the Lakers. I could see that fully. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Hey, Phil, what are your thoughts? Do you like what you saw from Max Christie? Do you not like what you saw from Max Christie? Did you think it was a little weird when I popped on? You were like, is this As It Stands Lakers, or is this the Lakers show, right? Do you actually prefer my face in these videos too? Should I just do both channels with my face? It's a good question. Why don't you let me know that for those that made it to the end of the video? Maybe I'll tally it and figure it out. But anyway, again, appreciate y'all. And again, I'm very happy for Max Christie. This was a great game for Max Christie. Happier we got the win, but very happy for Max Christie. And making my jokes and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, right, it's good for the Lakers. Very good for the Lakers. So hopefully that continues. But again, how you feel, let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.